everybody knows that Dak stood up for like McCarthy.
Yeah,
and was like, yeah.
That was nonsense. I thought that was Dak being company guy, I guess.
Okay. Troy Aikman also did before the game on the radio. Troy Aikman not only said that he thought he should be, he said, as we stand and talk right now, I expect Mike McCarthy to be back in 2025.
Okay.
And now I'm going to take you to Micah Parsons, who we do a pregame show, so I couldn't watch pregame. But the way I read it was that he talked to ESPN people in a pre-taped that they would air during the pregame, so I'd assume people got to see this. Yes. And Micah Parsons said, I would like a fair shot with everyone back, players, coaches, because the injuries kind of struck of what this season could really be. The injuries have been terrible, and, it really sucks. Seeing Zach, D-Law not having the year I know he planned to have. He had such a great start. It really sucks. In terms of coaching, man, Coach Mike, me and his relationship's always been really good. He always took real good care of me. I just don't know how the business side of it's going to go, Jerry Jones has his own mindset about who he wants to coach. It's his team. I'm kind of just like a pawn in this business. But that is Dak, that is Micah, and that is Troy Aikman predicting. All I'm saying is I don't think you can any longer be in the camp of I'm sure he's gone. So that's not an opinion on what I want. I'm just saying Troy, Dak, and Micah, that's all.
Shit.
I think
it
it's logical to think that with like sounding like he has a bit of a back end, but some of the crap he did tonight was inexcusable.
Who?
Mike McCarthy.
What did he do?
I'm talking about the play calling. I'm talking about the situational play calling. I'm talking about you going, I'm talking about when Rico rips a 14-yard run up the gut, inside zone, and you come back and you pass it 3 times. Your running back was literally averaging over 6 yards a carry this game. And that the first drive that came out, scored the touchdown after the half, right? Fine, great. Come back out the next drive, they had a negative 1 yard run with Rico. After that, panic. Let's just pass all 3 times. He's been cooking these people all day. Just because they stopped him one time doesn't mean you stop it again. Then you come out again the next possession, big run by Rico, you pass. Like, some of the situational play calling, I thought, like, going away from the run in some of these certain spots, they're moving these guys off the ball regularly. We have seen the end of most teams that play them move them off the ball. And they clearly, that's to your point about Cincinnati's defense, they clearly found something after the half, blitzing. Clearly, which is something they don't do much. They don't do that much. So it's like, okay, well, if they're going to blitz, make them pay. Like, I don't know. I felt like some of his decisions tonight weren't good for the team either. They were empty, a lot of empty possessions where they could have won that game.
Mike McCarthy. I was watching Hard Knocks, right? You watch Hard Knocks?
Right now?
The new one.
Nah. I can't get jiggy to it.
Hard Knocks.
I don't know the last time I watched
Any of y'all watch Hard Knocks?
Boy, they doing AFC North right now. And Mike Tomlin is just jealousy juice.
He doesn't get enough love.
Pause if necessary. That dude is jealousy juice. I'm watching him and how he lead his players. And you know what? You know what? I see why they so tough over there. Mike McCarthy just don't strike me as the character that's going to make your team tough. And I feel that way because the last 8 or so years he's been here, it don't strike my team as tough. He's very players coach guy. He's we're going to be healthy guy. We're going to keep eyes on the, GPS numbers and all this kind of little stuff. But then we line up against physical teams and we get smoked to death because we do not have a culture of toughness. Now, that was a part of me that felt like once upon a time, Mike McCarthy had a really good handle on being a head coach as long as he wasn't allowed to call plays. You know what I'm saying? He was a really good delegator. But the fact that he can't realize that he's not the optimal solution when it's time to call plays, that's a big leadership problem to me. Some should click in Mike McCarthy's head and go, damn, boy, if I keep calling plays, I'm getting fired.
Talk that.
Let somebody else call plays. That's maybe a little more imaginative. Okay, now I'm just a dude. I'm sorry, Jeff. I know this. I'm just a dude with a camera and a microphone. But running downfield and turning around is some nonsense, and they keep doing it. They do it a lot less now, and you can see them moving guys around, all this kind of stuff, and it looks a little better. But when you compare that to the field, if you watch the Lions, you throw up in your mouth. If you watch the Packers, if you watch the damn 49ers,
yes.
Just because Mike McCarthy is better than he was in week 2, 3, 4, and 5 doesn't mean that he's on par with the best offensive play callers in the league. And look, all this, hey, yo, Vach, I think he's cool. I think he's good. He's getting better. That stuff, because I ain't got 2 S's on my quota there, Jeff. All that stuff is cool, but when we get to the playoffs versus the good people for real, where they fan base is having fun on offense and they look tough on defense, we don't thrive there. We don't thrive there. And shouts out to Micah Parsons and what he talking about, but that ain't got nothing to do with us getting hurt this year because we ain't been tough in 8 years. We haven't been offensively imaginative in 8 years. So I'm just over this. I'm past this. It's been 8.
He's been the coach for 8 years.
Can somebody fact check me on that? But it's been 5.
I think it's been 5.
Chat, please. Can somebody give?
He had one injury year, 3 12-5s in this one. I think this is
2020 was first year.
However long it's been, there's been many times where Kellen Moore done bailed Mike McCarthy out, or Dan Quinn done bailed Mike McCarthy out. Now that the ball is all in Mike McCarthy's court, we see who he is. He's a character that run hitches and slants. We run downfield and we turn around, huh?
2020.
2020.
It's been 4 years.
That's plenty still.
This is 5th year, yeah.
That's plenty still.
Carry the 2.
Plenty still. Even
1,
this
2,
though.
3, 4.
Even this though. I'm not an offensive head coach. But me and Jeff go, hey man, they should probably just get a ball to Rico there. And it shouldn't be some, whoa, now let's give Mike McCarthy a damn trophy because he didn't figure out in week 11 that he should just get a ball to Rico. Or Kevontae Turpin 2 years in a row records 2 of the fastest plays miles per hour wise. And me and Aisha in camp, me and Jeff in camp, me and everybody in camp going, you know what, Turpin's fast.
And then
Turpin's fast.
Yeah. But
let's get Turpin the ball.
Right.
Brandon Cook's been a deep threat for everybody.
Right.
His whole career, Patriots, Rams, Saints, all of a sudden he's run down the field and turn around guy here.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, and I respect it.
I don't like it.
I ain't trying to.
I see what you're doing, and I respect it.
I ain't trying to hear what Mike McCarthy talking about. Didn't Troy Aikman on the y'all mean go, hey man, everywhere Brandon Cook's been, he been deep threat, 1,000-yard guy. I don't know. The same Troy Aikman that's vouching for Mike McCarthy's job, right?
See, I took it the other way, and that Troy Aikman was being real polite and saying Brandon Cooks ain't got it. Like he don't got it no more, and people know. Man, look, I ain't trying to be rant guy, nothing like that. But I'm just over. Like I'm 32 now, and when I'm young, I got a lot of patience. And hey, give Jason Garrett a chance. I'm young, but I'm over it too. I'm over the nonsense now, man.
In fairness, I'm over it too. The only way I would be okay with it is if he was able to relinquish play calling, because it's just like when you sit there and like Vach says, when you watch the other offenses in the league. Like, and again, some of them are like top level offenses. You look at the lines, you're like, okay, that offensive line is fantastic, all that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But there are also offenses that are working with less and still look better. Still, the effort that they put into their play calling makes sense. So he was pissing me off today. I mean, that offensive line was really moving those guys off the ball, and he just wanted to toss that thing.
I was watching Oregon, and I was like, damn, boy. Oregon's calling better plays than Mike McCarthy and them, and I'm looking at just Cleveland. Like I was watching the Cleveland Browns, and they was breaking down some fun stuff that they doing with James. I'm just like, man, we ain't gotta reinvent the wheel. We just gotta steal plays that exist already.
And they don't want to do no stealing.
Just steal the play. Jeff, I know. I'm sorry. I know you.
No,
the host.
I love it.
I know you the host. I'm sorry.
Right,
I'm not the host. We are the hosts.
But steal plays.
You can do whatever the hell you want.
Mike want to run I ain't got 3 S's. He just want to run the stuff that he did in the 90s, the 99s, and the 2000s. Steal plays. The job ain't even hard.
I'm screaming.
I can steal the plays.
But also, too, when you look at, I don't understand why you got a backup quarterback in right now. What the hell do you think this is?
Cooper Rush throwing the ball 40 times.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you think this is?
You know what a good coach should do when Jordan Love go hurt and damn Malik Willis win all the games? You just change the game plan to cater to. You run the football, you do easy stuff here, and you play defense. That's the plan. And you win games with damn Malik Willis. So when Jordan Love come back, you're right back in the fight. Oh, we want to throw the ball with Cooper Rush 50 times. Why not?
It's interesting.
Please, why not? And Rico Dowdle averaging what, 10 yards a carry or something? 8 yards a carry or something?
7.3, sir. 7.3.
Let Cooper throw it.
It was getting busy. Hunter Lipke was doing some things for him. It just doesn't make any sense to me why you would behave that way.
The game was close. We wasn't even forced to throw the football. We're in rundown territory.
Talk about
Mike
it.
said, throw that.
Talk about it.
I ain't got no MFs to do it. Can I say an MF on this on this mug?
You know what's interesting, though, that now that you're talking about Mike McCarthy, though, is if you listen to Brian Schottenheimer talk on Mondays, he don't sound like what Mike McCarthy. He's saying run bunch. He's saying do mesh. He's saying the things that like these modern offenses are doing. So what is his job? What is he doing?
Schottenheimer on the phone with Jacksonville trying to get a job is what he doing.
Like, what is he doing?
Yeah,
if their
we think
philosophy,
Brian Schottenheimer's the answer.
I don't think he's the option in it by any means. What I'm saying is, what's his input?
He on the phone with Penn State or something, trying to get his next job.
What a waste of a performance by your offensive line and defensive line. What a waste. That's how I feel.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. And the reason that I enjoy just letting that happen is because I don't think I represent very many people on this situation. Like, I think Mike is way better than people give him credit for, and I don't think people want to hear that crap.
I think he's a good coach.
I don't disagree with you, Jeff, but your coaches...
Dak was an all-pro with Mike McCarthy's first year calling plays.
Your coach's expectation, Jeff, is built upon where the last coach left.
Yeah.
So if Jason Garrett go to Jacksonville today, he'll get him to 8-8, and they'll throw a party over there.
Yeah.
But if you are 8-18, your next coach, you trying to at least get to 12 wins.
Yeah.
We're a winning program.
Mm-hmm.
So we trying to go up.
Yeah.
So at that point, Mike McCarthy's not a good coach if we run hitches and slants and we trying to get to 14 and 15 wins and two playoff wins or 3 playoff wins. That's my point. So yeah, he is a good coach for some team. But where we are, we need better than what that is.
We all silly like the mayor.